welcome to Yoga with Kathryn. This is part of a series that we're going to have you doing today. I'd like to welcome you to my practice. Don't forget, if you enjoy what you do today, to subscribe to my channel, and then you'll never miss a class. All the classes are free, and I look forward to taking you on your journey. Welcome to my class. Let's get started. So today we're going to start in the hero's pose. And that's what I want you to start on your knees with your legs like this, ankles together, knees together, hips above the ankles, and just breathe. Inhale, exhale as you slide down to sit your butt on your feet. If you find this is a bit hard on your knees or your hips, roll up a towel or get a bolster or a cushion and you can just sit on that. But this is what we're aiming for. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit in the hero pose, hands on the thighs. Now if you are sitting on a cushion or something, try to keep your back nice and straight. So straight line from the ground up through your buttocks and up. Hands on your knees and inhale and exhale. This time when you inhale, I want you to do a small shoulder roll. Drop your shoulders forward and take them back, opening up the heart space. And inhale and exhale. With the next inhale, we're just going to bring the hands up, sweep them up above your head. So inhale and exhale, holding the arms there. Inhale, bringing them down. We have a very slow moving practice today. The intention for today is to bring relaxation to the body. We're doing some poses that are supportive of the immune system and of gut health. So the next pose we're going to try now, I'm going to introduce you to, is the child's pose. There are a few different variations of this. I'm going to show you them all. You choose the one which suits you and you're most comfortable with. These are for all levels. So what we're going to do, if you're sitting on a bolster or a cushion, or you're new to the practice, please support yourself with your hands. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to move on Tabitha here. Off we go. Come on. Yoga Kitty. She likes to join me on the mat. She's a bit cranky with me now, aren't you? So what we're going to do is we're going to child's pose. We're going to start off with the beginner's version of the child's pose. So having your hands out wide, fingers wide, excuse my quarantine nails. Hands out nice and wide. Pull the stomach in. Roll the shoulders back so you open your heart space, breathe in and come down using your stomach until you reach the mat. And then inhale, come down to child's pose. This is the very beginner's version of the child's pose. If you want to take it a bit further, those that are comfortable here or you feel this is your limit, please stay. For everybody else, what you're going to do is you're going to sit on your heels, your shoulders are above your hips, big toes are touching. You want to move your knees about 40 centimeters apart. So this is an extended child pose, I call it, where the knees come out to the edge of the mat. From your hip, holding your core, this is really good for your core and for your back, extending through the shoulders and through the head, keeping your back straight, come down with your arms to the side. Remember, you can support yourself with your hands at any point, but for those that want the challenge, hold using your core, slowly lower yourself down to the floor and your arms down and relax into that. Your hands up, take inhale and exhale. And using your core and your legs, lengthening your spine, rising back up to your hero pose. Hands on your knees and inhale, exhale, and again, arms out to the side, coming down. Remember to support yourself with your hands if you need to, slowly lowering yourself to the ground, pulling your tummy in using your core. Now if you want to extend this, you can also reach your arms out ahead of you and gaze past your hands. So take a few breaths in this position. This is great for stretching out the shoulders, the back and the hips. Just letting yourself settle into this position. Now if you've got your hands out in front of you, feel free to walk them up. Remember, yoga is a journey. You don't need to rush to the finish line. Bringing your knees together and back up into the hero pose. So from tabletop, we're going to do a slightly more challenging pose. This is still a beginner's pose and can be modified. Do not expect yourself to be able to have straight legs, heels down, or anything like that. We're going to do a downward facing dog. So what I want you to do is tuck your toes under with your feet and lift your tailbone as if there's a string attached to the base of your spine and it's being lifted. So just like this. So just hold that for a minute. Push the earth away. If you're finding you're struggling in your arms, push the earth away and straighten the arms. Just feel that for a minute. If you need to, walk your arms out a bit further. Make sure you've got a nice strong foundation. Your arms are nice and straight. Have a little bit of softness in your elbows and your knees. Don't be locking them. From there, if you push the earth away, keeping your arms straight and your back straight, to have your ears between your elbows. So bending your knees and straightening, you should have a nice inverted triangle. If you're feeling tightness in your legs, lift your heels a bit. Or when you bring your feet together, a little bit closer if they're too far apart, just walk the dog, I call it here. Just loosening up those legs and don't forget to breathe. So if you need to rest, come down to the mat. One way to modify this pose, you can bring down to your forearms and do it that way. If you are struggling for the strength in your arms, and build up to your downward dog. So come back to tabletop again. Reminder how to go into downward dog, curling the tails, lift the backbone, back onto an inverted triangle. Your aim is to end up with straight legs but soft knees. And take a few breaths. You should feel an absolutely delicious stretch down the back of the legs from the buttocks right down to your heel. And release. And to tabletop. Now from tabletop, we're going to take downward dog and we're going to go to plank. So we're doing a little flow here. So curl your toes under, lift to downward dog, hit that downward dog, and then walk your hands forward just enough to do a plank. So with your plank, your toes are in ground touch with the mat, your body is straight and you're pushing the earth away. Now plank can be quite hard to achieve, so just challenge yourself just to be able to hold it a little bit. Some might be only able to hold it for a couple of seconds, some might be able to hold it a bit longer. The secret is to hold your belly in and do some breaths. Nice spider hands, gazing down at the mat. Feel that beautiful burn your body's working. Now if you're struggling with a plank, feel free to modify it to a half plank. Bring your knees to the mat and do it that way, and just come up occasionally. Challenge yourself a little bit, bring the knees down. You will get there. Yoga is a journey, not a marathon. And breathe into a cobra. So come down to your knees if you've been in a plank. I might just turn around so you can see. So we've been planking. So come down to your knees now. So we're doing a half plank. Drop your pelvis. So your legs are together. Drop your pelvis to the ground and push up. You feel absolutely gorgeous stretch through your belly at the moment. Pushing your shoulders away. Make sure you're not hunching down, because that's just not good for you and it's not going to feel good at all. So pushing your pelvis into the mat. And bring your feet apart enough to be comfortable. This should never hurt. Yoga should never hurt. It should always feel good. Find your comfortable, find your happy place in every pose. Deep breath and lower. And baby cobra. Half up, keeping your elbows in. You don't want to be doing chicken legs with your elbows. Bring your arms in, half baby pose, baby cobra, and then down. Head to mat. Bringing your arms round, palms up, feet together. Just lifting your head up off the mat. Come to your comfort. Breathe in and lift. Stretching your arms down, reaching like you're reaching for your toes. If you want that little bit of an extra challenge, pushing your feet together, squeezing the buttocks. Lift your feet off the ground and inhale and exhale. And one more. Lifting on an inhale, inhale. Pushing the feet together. Pelvis into the ground, engaging the stomach muscles. Breathe, gazing forward. And exhale. Bring your hands forward to your shoulders. Arms in. To cobra. Pushing back. Turning the toes under. Maybe walking your feet forward a little. Into downward dog. And then walk your dog. Now remember, pushing your butt out. So your tailbone's lifted. Stretching up through your buttocks. Head between elbow. And walk the dog. And walking your downward dog, keeping your knees bent. You may not be able to touch the ground, do not worry about that. And hands on your legs. So tuck your arms around your legs. So now we're just going to finish off with a quick sun salutation to cool the body, cool the air. If you've challenged yourself, you might be feeling a bit hot, a bit shaky now. That's a good thing. You've challenged yourself. Congratulations and thank you. So we're going to start off. We've got our arms wrapped around our legs here. Just going to straighten the legs, bring our body up to a half tabletop here. Hands on the thighs. So keep your back straight like this. Hands on the thighs, hands on your shins, or hands touching the mat. So you can come down and inhale. Hands on the thighs, half tabletop. Standing cat-cow, bringing your arms in. I just noticed myself doing chicken arms then. I've got to watch myself. So inhale, arch the back, exhale, looking ahead. Back to half tabletop. And then you're going to bring your arms up. Inhale, touch, exhale, down. Again, hands out front, step back. Downward dog, walk the dog. Walk the dog, step to the back of the mat, into plank. Inhale, exhale, inhale, down to cobra. And tucking back under, downward dog. Step forward. And hands on thighs, half cat-cow. Inhale, nice and slow. And rolling up into the mountain pose or Tadasana. And just stand here for a moment. Feet together, ankles together, hands by your side, hands out. Keep your head forward and roll. And one more. Making sure your butt's tucked in. Inhale, exhale. Just going to do a stretch So have your legs out, just above height. Oh my God, today. Just a little bit more than hip width apart. For taller people, you may want to take it a bit wider. And just lift one hand up. So slide your left hand down your leg, right hand up. Just to your comfort. We're stretching to cool down now. So we do not want to push our body too hard. We are slowing and cooling. And inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And one more. And bring yourself down to a sitting position. Hands on the knees and exhale, inhale, straighten and exhale. One more. And exhale. Beautiful work. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed your practice. If you do this daily, you will find your flexibility improving, you will have more energy. This is a great 10-15 minute yoga to start off the day, invigorate the body, calm the mind, and you can do this anywhere. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's class, do not forget to subscribe. You'll never miss a lesson. Thank you. Bye.